Hello and welcome to Stretford, Paddock. It's Tuesday morning and it's absolutely pouring it down, but we are here at Old Trafford, and unlike my advice last week when it was warm and I said if you're outside drink some water, stay indoors, don't come out, it's wet, it's raining, get yourself a warm drink, sit down and listen to today's news provided by me, Casey. So let's get right into it. As you noticed, last night was the second leg of the semi-finals of the Europa Leagues. Inter Milan beat Shakhtar Donetsk 5-0. Romelu Lukaku scored 2, and obviously because he used to play for United, everyone on Twitter decided to say, oh, why did United sell him? Well, these are the same fans that were probably having a go at him last season and saying that he was useless, but I don't really mind. I didn't really care when he left. We got good money for him. It allowed Martial to come in, who's played well as well. Martial is our top goal scorer, got a good number of assists, done well up front. I always said he'd do well at Inter. There was a reason Conte wanted him at Chelsea and then he wanted him at Inter Milan. He fits this system. He's done very well and scored 34 goals, so it's very good. But Lukaku obviously then was gave an interview on BT Sport straight after, and you'd think maybe, given how he left, how there was a bit of dubious circumstances, maybe a bit of a bitterness between the two clubs, he was going to be a bit bitter, but actually he gave a quiet class response. He said to BT Sport, I think United had a good season. I think Ollie did a good job. The players there did really well. I think Greenwood is coming through, Martial and Rashford. I expected all that. I'm really happy for them. They look really good for next season, I have no doubt. So a really class response from Romelu Lukaku, and obviously we wish him all the best in the Europa League final, because I don't really see that Inter team losing to Sevilla, but I've been wrong before. Moving on to more United-centric news, and we've got a new transfer target for you. And well, it's new in terms of this scenario, but it's an old one, and that's Douglas Costa from Juventus. Now, according to Sky Sports News, Manchester United are reportedly keeping tabs on the 29-year-old forward, and Damasio's come out and said that Juventus want to part ways with the player, and his agents have offered him to us. Now, that's a bit of a difference, because if an agent offers him to us, it doesn't mean that we're interested in him. It just means that they're trying to get a move for the player where he'll get good money. But let's have a little bit of a talk about him, just because people have been saying, oh, is he the replacement for Sancho? I don't think that. I think that Douglas Costa fits more of the mould of the player we were looking for in Grealish. Plays through the left, plays through the centre. He's 29 years old, so it doesn't really fit the profile of the younger player, but he has been in that Juventus team that's been dominating the Serie A, so he could add that winning edge that we've been looking for in the team. Much like the other targets that have been reported, Ousmane Dembele and Kingsley Coman, he's quite injury prone, so that might be an issue. He's not had the best of seasons. This season he's only made 786 minutes. He's only played 786 minutes, got 1 goal and 4 assists. But more importantly, he has 3.4 key passes per 90, showing he's still a creative outlet. And that's kind of plays into this narrative of the Ronaldo effect. Whenever he goes to a club, he becomes like a black hole sort of player. And because he's been playing there, black hole, and obviously if you haven't heard that term, it's more of an NBA term. It's the sort of player that you play it into, you're never getting that ball back out. That player is going to be doing something with it. Ronaldo obviously wants to play with Dybala. That's a 2-striker system, not really a place for a winger in that system. Juve scored 76 goals last season. Ronaldo contributed 31 of them, 12 were pens. So there's not really much of a creative outlet there. So yeah, he adapted the 4-3-1-2 system, which kind of didn't play into Douglas Costa's strengths. Douglas Costa's best season at Juventus was obviously 2 years ago when he scored 4 goals and got 12 assists. So he came in, he'd definitely be more of a creative outlet for United. And as I said, if it's not too pricey, I can see it, but he'd expect big money, I think, coming into United. That's probably why his agents come to us. So he's not really the sort of player I want to see. I want to see obviously your Sanchos, your Grealishes, that sort of young player who we can build into a team for the next 5 years. But moving on to staying in Italy, but moving on to an outgoing signing. Roma have a new owner first. Dan Friedkin has apparently bought the Italian outfit for around 532 million. Now you're asking me, Casey, you're going, Casey, why does this matter to United fans? Well, I'll tell you why it matters to United fans, because apparently with the new owner, his first signing wants to be Chris Smalling from Manchester United, and according to Sky Sports in Italy, they are upping the offer to what United desired, which is 20 million euros. So 20 million euros for a 30-year-old, I think is a good deal. He still probably could offer something at United, but if this offer allows us to pave a way for a new centre-back, who we obviously fits more of what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants, I think it will be a good deal for United. So obviously we've been talking about centre-back targets yesterday. Jay talked about how apparently United were in for Ben White, but we've also had other reports that say we're in for Gabriel from Lille, but there's been a couple of things saying that he's apparently going to sign for Arsenal. Yeah, I think that Chris Smalling on his way out is showing this sort of progression of the exodus that Ole's trying to get. He's trying to get rid of the players that don't offer anything to the club. You've seen that people are saying that we want to get rid of Lingard, Pereira, Jones, Rojo, Smalling. He's trying to make a system, and he wants players for his squad that he knows he wants to play and fit his ideas. So that is what it is, and that's good money for Chris Smalling, and that's what we need to look at. Other news, obviously, United, it's now the end of the season, so transfers will be in full swing, and we've got Jadon Sancho. Obviously, Dortmund are still saying that they don't think they're going to sell him, but there was reported that they had took a 39 million euro hit during the coronavirus crisis, which led some to believe they would sell him to try and offset that. I don't think Dortmund have never been a club that sells for less than what they say. They always seem to get money for their players. So I don't think that this sort of hit that people are reporting is going to make any big sort of deal on his transfer. I think they're still going to hold out for 120 million euros. As I said in my previous paper talk, they can easily wait till next year when a bidding war will start, when you've got like your Barcelonas want to make a rebuild. Your Real Madrid will probably have some more money. Liverpool might have sold one of their forwards, want to get someone else in. So having Jadon Sancho next season is probably going to be more profitable than selling this year, unless they get that 120 million euros. He obviously played at weekend in their 11-1 thrashing of some, I think it was an Austrian team. He scored 1, assisted 3, did a lovely skill to go past his man, which was a bit of a heel-to-heel through the legs. It was very nice to watch. I'm guessing all United fans got excited by that. But yeah, there's not really been much movement on the Sancho deal. Of course, when there is, we will let you know in the paper talk in the morning, which will be the same time tomorrow. So that's all for today. It's cold, it's raining. We're going to get out of the rain. We're going to go back to the office. There'll be more on today. There'll be obviously all the content you love to see. And I've been Casey again. This has been Stretford Paddock, and thanks for tuning in.